many more of these or I won't be able to finish my review of Untucked. Oh, hey! Hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdew, and I'm fully untucked. I hope you are too. So let's review Untucked Season 12, Episode 3, shall we? Now, I'm having a nice little martini. I hope that you're having a cocktail. Somebody said to me online, a couple of people brought this up. Why aren't you untucked? Why are you Well, when you beat a mug this in style, you don't just take them off. I'm just saying. But trust and believe, from the waist down, I'm untucked. I'm always untucked. To be tucked, you need to wear pants. Oh, so let's get to it. Here I am having a cocktail. So Untucked. Well, this was the first week where someone was going home. So the girls that were safe, and those were Widow Von Du, Jada Essence Hall, Jan, Rock'em Sakura, Aiden, and Britta. They were all safe. So they were very, very happy to get back to that workroom and enjoy a lovely cocktail. I'm so serious. So they kicked back, they relaxed, and the first thing they started doing was compliment each other, which I love when the girls say. Because if I were in a room with somebody in a fantastic costume and I didn't say, oh my God, that's a fantastic costume, I couldn't live with myself. And clearly that's the case with these girls, because they took no time to waste in telling Gigi Good that her button-covered outfit was the tits. And it really was. They were all impressed. But what impressed the Widow Von Du the most was that she wasn't corseted. Personally, when you're that skinny, a corset is just an insult, I just think. But before the girls could get into the finer points of cinching, their thoughts were also reflecting on the girls that remained on the runway. Who was in the top? Who was in the bottom? I think it was very interesting and appropriate that Aiden thought that Sherry would be in the top. Because her and Britta were safe. Out of their team, Sherry wasn't the worst. And if Britta and Aiden were safe, then Sherry had to be better than that. And I also found it very funny that Aiden thought that Sherry was in the top, if not the winner, because she was the strongest one of their team, something that clearly Britta was not very interested in hearing from the likes of Aiden Zane. I'm just saying. Of course, Gigi and Jan both felt that Heidi had a great chance in winning, and that she certainly was in the top because she had done such a great job in their challenge. And one of the points they make was that she never dropped character. She was in character outside with Carson. She was in character inside with Charo and Ross. She never let it go. The flipper in her mouth flying, whether Gigi was dead or not, she stayed true to her guns. And clearly it was very helpful to the other girls being successful, especially Jackie Cox, because, she had her hands full with Gigi. Aiden Zane was clearly having issues with being considered not competition where the Widow Von Du was concerned. But what I thought was kind of immature of her was that Aiden wouldn't let Widow explain herself. She kept saying, no, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm just going to do my thing anyway. Which is the best way to say, I'm totally bothered. You're killing me inside. To feign disinterest, it never works. Seriously. All I can think is that Jan must have been super bored sitting back there, or she had one too many cocktails, because she thought it would be a good idea for the girls to all share what they thought about each other when they first met, which, of course, never ends well. Of course, everyone was gagged at Gigi's gorgeousness. Gigi herself was thrilled to see Dahlia there because they worked together, and she felt that Dahlia's drag deserved to be seen. I don't know why. I've seen it before. More than a few of the girls felt that Rock'em Sakura out of the gate was loud and obnoxious. But there was Jada Essence Hall to say that she really liked Rock'em's drag and was really impressed with the chances that she took. And it was lovely because you could see it really warmed Rock'em's heart. And really, at this point of the game, she kind of needs somebody in her corner, poor thing. I'm just saying. But before the girls could share any more thoughts, the rest of the cast entered the Untucked Lounge. So everyone was just hanging on pins and needles to find out what they had to say. It was quickly revealed that the top three girls were Sherry, Heidi, and Jackie. And that left poor Nikki, Dahlia, and Crystal in the bottom. Dahlia wasn't worried because, well, she's better than everyone else and has no problem saying that. She also really felt that Crystal had gotten less positive notes, which put her in the bottom. And I have to say, I agree with Dahlia. I think that Crystal should have been in the bottom over Dahlia. Or it should have been Dahlia and Crystal in the bottom. I really don't think that Nikki should have been in the bottom. She may have come off as quiet in her scene, but she was in the scene with Crystal, and Crystal was worse than her. So that's just my opinion. And clearly, it was also Dahlia's. Nikki Doll was also worried. I mean, she knew she wasn't the best on her team, but she also knew that her runway was killer, and it was. And I feel it should have kept her out of the bottom. But before the girls could worry or fret anymore, they went back to the main stage where we found out that, of course, Sherry Pie had won. But what was a surprise to Dahlia Sin was that she sashayed away. And she went off in a huff, bless her. She was not happy about it. She didn't say bye to the girls. She didn't have a little catchphrase at the end. She just stormed off to the workroom to collect her stuff. I'm glad that on the way she said that she regretted storming off like that. She's 29. She should know better. But it's emotional, and no one wants to be the first, especially when you think you're sexy and crazy and cool enough to to win the crown. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Untucked. I certainly did. And until next week, stay untucked as long as you can, and make sure you grab yourself a cocktail. Seriously. Till next week, miss me. Mwah. Seriously, before I think, thank God I have